Animal adaptations. The table of contents shows there's lots of information that you're going to be learning. Okay. Ready for anything. Animals are engineered, made by nature to survive in their environments. They have special features that have been developed over time. These are called adaptations. Did you know that the fennec fox is the world's smallest fox, but it has huge ears? The big ears help it lose body heat, so it keeps the fox cool because he lives in a hot desert. Fast fact. The fennec fox, his fur keeps him warm during the cold and cool nights in the desert. Some adaptations are shared by many animals. Others are more unusual. Some animals have unique body parts. These help them do amazing things, like see in the dark. Others have features that make them look like they're disappearing. Some animals also have surprising ways to avoid a predator. I'm going to put this here. Elephant's trunk. An elephant does not just use its trunk to breathe, but also uses this body part to find food. When it spots something tasty, leaves growing very high in a tree, it uses its trunk, stretches it upward. There are two pointed ends at the end of its trunk. These work like fingers. The elephant uses the fingers on its trunk to pluck one leaf from the tree. And then it curls and stuffs the food into its mouth. An elephant's trunk is strong enough to pull a tree from its roots. Did you know an elephant can use its trunk like a snorkel? So if it goes in the water, it can breathe still. Flying squirrel. A flying squirrel does not really fly, it glides. To get from one tree to another tree, it climbs high and then leaps into the air. It spreads its legs and its arms wide, and it has some skin with its arms and its legs, and the extra skin catches the air and allows it to glide as it's falling. The animal uses its tail like a rudder, kind of show where it needs to go. Plonk, he lands on the other tree. The extra skin loosens as he scurries off. Did you know flying squirrels can glide for 165 feet or more between the trees? Fast fact, gliding between trees helps the flying squirrel avoid predators. Thorny Devils' spines. Move this down. A thorny devil lives in a hot, dry desert. There it has a hard time finding water that it needs to drink. But it has spines, these little prickly things all over it, that keeps the water that it needs to survive. Did you know that the thorny devil's spines are very sharp and they help protect it from those predators? No one wants to eat that. In the morning, this lizard rubs up against some plants. Drops of dew from the plants collect in its spines on its back. These drops run along the tiny grooves and they carry the water straight to his mouth where he's thirsty. Tarsier's eyes. High in the tree, a tarsier hunts at night. Its giant eyes collect what light that there is. It can see really well even when the moon is behind the clouds. The tarsier watches a cockroach scurrying along a branch. Its round eyes follow the prey till the animal gets closer, and then he leaps forward and eats a snack. While it eats, the tarsier's big eyes continue to scan the forest. They watch for snakes and other predators. Did you know a tarsier has a flexible neck bones? They allow it to turn its head 180 degrees in each direction. So here, all the way over here. When it's sitting in one place, it can see prey or food from all around. Fast fact. Each of the tarsier's eyes are as heavy as its brain. Walrus's tusks. The cold Arctic Sea looks flat and calm. Suddenly, a brown head pokes up above the water. It's a walrus with huge white tusks. They can grow up to 3 feet long. The walrus has been feeding in the icy sea. Now it wants to climb up on the ice to soak in all the sun. The walrus lifts its head, jabs its tusks into the ice, and then pulls itself up. So it's time to rest. The walrus also uses its tusks to drag its body across the ice. They also use them to fight each other. Leafy Sea Dragon camouflage. I'm going to move this so you can see the picture. In a patch of drifting seaweed, not all is what it seems. What do you think? One piece of seaweed is really a leafy sea dragon. That animal gets its name because the leaf-like parts that grow on its body looks like a leaf. The delicate leaves look like parts of that seaweed, and so it camouflages and it tricks predators who might want to eat it. They can't see the sea dragon hidden among all the seaweed. The sea dragon swims slowly. It makes it even less likely for them to see it. Leafy sea dragons are found in warm, salty water along the southern western coast of Australia. Flatfish shape. A flatfish glides along the ocean floor. It stops and buries its flat body in the sand. It uses its fins to throw sand over its body. The flatfish is covered in brown spots. This coloring helps it blend in with the sand. The flatfish eyes peek out from its hiding place. They spot small fish swimming by. The fish do not see the camouflaged flatfish. In a flash, it lunges and eats the fish. Pufferfish inflation. So a pufferfish swims slowly through the water. Suddenly, it sees a large, hungry fish coming toward it. And it can't get away fast. It's a slow swimmer. So the pufferfish quickly sucks in all mouthful of water, and then that inflates his stretchy body. And he gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and suddenly looks like the shape of a ball. As the pufferfish blows up, spikes pop out. The hungry fish is surprised, scared of all those spikes, so it swims away. So it protects it. Scorpion's tail. A scorpion chases a small lizard. It grabs the lizard in its huge pinchers, but its prey struggles to escape. The scorpion quickly curls its tail forward and jabs the lizard. The sharp, hollow spike at the end of the tail, this has venom inside. So we have a lizard, scorpion, and it kills the smaller animals and it paralyzes large animals. So then the scorpion can eat. The venom keeps the lizard from moving, and it's time for that scorpion to eat. Grasshoppers' legs. Beetles, birds, mice try to eat grasshoppers, but the grasshopper has extra long back legs that help it escape danger. They work like tiny catapults. Go fast. The grasshopper uses its leg muscles and bends at the knees. It tightens part and it squashes like springs. And then they store up that energy. When it's ready to jump, it goes fast. It launches through the air. Frilled lizards. Frill. The frilled lizard walks around on the ground. Suddenly, it sees a predator. The lizard stands tall on its back legs. It opens its mouth, and then it hisses. And then whoosh, it opens up and raises a huge frill. The large piece of skin usually hangs on its shoulders. This ribbed, so it's ribbed, frill makes the lizard look a lot bigger, and it scares most of its enemies away. Engineered to survive. Why do animals have these amazing adaptations? Unique body parts that help them move and stay safe. The flying squirrel had extra skin that helped it glide between the trees. The walrus had a huge tusk that helped it grip on the ice. Okay. Camouflage helps the leafy sea dragon hide from other predators, and it helps the flatfish catch what it wants to eat. The pufferfish ability to blow itself up into a spiky ball scares enemies. Without these amazing adaptations, these animals would not be able to survive. Finished.